Okay. We're live. Live. Alive. I'm going to try this again. I will admit that I have not been very consistent with any of these things. With this challenge, juggling, 3 balls, I've been kind of sporadic. Of course, I am busy. I have my music and my voiceover stuff going on, but it probably would behoove me to practice more at things and do this more often. I got a little towel kind of thing. I don't know. I kind of thought it might. That may not be making things better. It's almost. Yeah. See that? If it's on the table. Okay. Nope. No good. Get out of here. It doesn't find a spot if it's on a soft surface. Yeah, there you go. It's so easy. So easy. And again, I'm looking down at this, and I just don't see. I don't see where there's a centered dimple. So you want to test the waters a little bit, and see, tap it. It gives me a little bit of indication of what I can do. I don't think this is going to be good. I don't. Which is ironic because I put it on there so easily. But I don't know how you find that right spot. Jeez. It's staying there pretty well. I just played at the airport. They had me on a Thursday afternoon, 1 to 3. My usual thing is Fridays, 9 to 11 a.m. And it was busy enough, but I don't know. I think later in the day, people are more tired, maybe. Okay. That's all right. It was just a very lackluster bunch of people today. It wasn't the most fun thing. And I love my airport gigs, but this was just kind of, So, tomorrow I've got a retirement home in the afternoon, and then I'm playing American Legion Post 677 in Lithopolis. Lithopolis. From 7 to 10. Friday, December 6th. Come out and see me. Because, actually, it is the last public show I'm going to have for about 2 months. Because I haven't really made an official huge announcement about this, but a lot of people know that I'm going to be having shoulder replacement surgery on Tuesday, December 17th. Went through the whole back thing, and that was very traumatic and big and all that, and had been doing okay, but apparently just have a lot of arthritis. Thanks, Dad. And it's bone on bone. So this is keeping me up at night. I'm not living very well. I cannot do a single push-up without the bones grinding together. So anyway, finally, after a lot of work with insurance, ooh yeah. Hi, Mark. Wait a minute. Hi, Mark and Leslie. Mark likes pie. Oh, you're going to be out of town? Shit. Well, then it's not going to matter if I Rick Bar anything. Damn it, Mark. No, you're not going to be out of town. You're going to be in Lithopolis tomorrow. I can't sing to you if you're out of town. God. Yeah, I'm having a ball. Leslie bakes pie. What's ouch? What did you say ouch for? Leslie bakes pie. I've never made a pie. I made a cake for my 40-40. It was actually one of the first challenges I completed. And it was actually around this time. That's right, I meant to do that. Hang on a second. I meant to post on the anniversaries of my 40-40 challenges. And we're coming up to the very first one or two that I completed 10 years ago. And one of those was to bake a cake, because I had never made anything with a recipe before. Oh, yeah, Leslie, yeah. It's a pretty big ouch. Yeah, this shoulder has been a real problem for me. So, I'm going to do what I can. So when I made the cake, I had to do everything by myself. I looked it up, and I chose a lemon cake with raspberry filling. It was pretty, not your standard chocolate cake. And I went to the store. I mean, I was determined to do this by myself, and I did. So, some of you know that, hey, I'm kind of allergic, meaning that I really just hate butter and cream and all that kind of stuff. Just unhealthy crap. So I don't put butter on anything. If I have a baked potato, I'll spice it up, maybe even salsa or whatever, but I will not put butter or sour cream. So I went to the store and got all the ingredients for the cake. And of course it called for butter. I of course I understand. Bastard. So I went down the aisle, and all these just boxes of yellow sticks of death awaited me. So what did I do? Well, not knowing anything, any of the differences between anything of anything, I bought a box of margarine. Turns out, when they say you need butter for a cake, you really need butter. I made the cake. It was actually delicious. I mean, I succeeded. The challenge was complete. I baked a cake. It was really good, but damn, that thing was a choking hazard. It was so dry. And, ooh, I saw you oscillate right there. Ooh. Yeah, that's not going to be good. That's barely hanging on. So it was just so dry. And then, of course, once I got it done and everybody I talked to, and I told them what I did, and they said, oh, yeah, you can't do that. You can't use margarine. I didn't know. Hi, Lori. Oh, Lori. Lori, where have you been? You guys, it's been well over a year since I've seen you. I'll reiterate because I don't know what your schedule is or anything like that, but I'll be at American Legion Post 677 in Lithopolis tomorrow night, playing guitar and singing from 7 to 10. It'd be great to see you. Yeah, yellow sticks of death. I don't use it. And honestly, I've been. It's almost embarrassing because I've become so picky about some foods like cheeses and creamy stuff. It just disgusts me. So I try not to make a big deal about it. But if like I go somewhere and dinner is made and it's like lasagna or something that uses some kind of weird cheese, it's just like ricotta. I just hate it, and I want to leave. Wait. Hi, Elaine. Hi, Mary. Mary Borgia. All right. What do you mean, Leslie? What's Hofbrau House? Is that a beer place? Tell me. Tell me about it. I know your birthday's coming up. I can't remember offhand. Like, ooh, yeah. It's so easy to get to. But tell me, what do you want to do for your birthday? All right. Keg tapping. Hey, Jerry, you made a pineapple upside down cake. And that was your first, huh? These virginal cake experiences can be quite nice, huh? You let the stove do the talking. Oh, by the way, and I noticed this Thanksgiving, I hosted for the family, and my oven door isn't closing all the way. There's something wrong with it. I don't know what the hell happened. So that's really bothering me. And I keep forgetting about it because I don't use it very much, but I notice it's just like not latching. Oh, God. That's just not good. You know, I don't even recall having this much trouble getting 3 10 years ago. It kind of sucks. I'm all old and shaky now. Alex Stadler's watching. Well, how about that shit? All right. Oh, I don't want to curse. I'm sorry. He's my boss. 4 times a month. Let's see. Alex Stadler is the owner of Stad's Pizzeria, which has, in the last several years, become one of the defining music venues, along with the great food, of course, but it's become quite a spot, despite the fact that there's not much room, there's not an actual stage, but improvements have been made year after year to make it really great. And I love hosting every Monday. Jerk. Man. Elaine says it's snowing. Elaine, you're all the way in Dublin. It's like a whole different world. Hey, actually. So Elaine missed my birthday party at Stad's, my 50th. But she came out a couple Mondays ago and gave me a bag of golf tees and this thing. It is so cool. Here, wait a minute. It's a little golf bag. So see, Elaine? It's on my keychain. Yeah. I really like that. This is so ridiculous. If John Garver watches this, look, I'm sorry, John. I did not balance the balls. I know that's... I didn't really even read anywhere where that's recommended. It's an interesting idea from you, and I really should do it, because I'm using these same pretty much new Callaways. The problem is, I don't have a whole lot of extra really clean, good golf balls. I was just starting to go out again a couple times a year. I managed to break 100 each time I go out. I used to just shoot low, mid-80s. But this year I just couldn't do it. My shoulder was just, can't swing a club. I mean, I can barely lift my arm. Maybe I should change my challenge to 2. Would that be crappy? Probably. All right. God. Yeah, I definitely cannot stand and do this. It too much imbalance. I gotta rest my arms. Damn it. Seriously, I did not have this much trouble getting 3 done. I do like it, Elaine. It was very thoughtful. I am really thrilled with the interest that people have had in some of these things. This and the juggling, people have really latched onto. The juggling, I've had so many, including Mike, the drummer out at Gatsby's last night. He said he'd been watching my videos, and he said, I juggle. I was like, oh, okay. So we talked quite a bit about that, and he was giving me some tips. I've had a lot of tips on this. Unfortunately, my shoulder surgery is 12 days away, and I just don't... Oh, and you just, Leslie just asked how the juggling's going. Well, I was just talking about that. I'm so far away from it. I haven't even been able to get one rotation. So, with the surgery coming up, obviously, I'm going to be in a sling. I just may have to curb it for a bit, wait till spring. This is a year-long project. And on that note, I want to reiterate that I'm not just doing this stuff for fun. I partnered with Nationwide Children's Hospital. I have a goal of $26,000. Bastard. And I haven't had a whole lot of traction. I just want to encourage people to donate, because that's going directly to Children's Hospital. I'll put a link on here. It would just mean a lot if people could give just a little tiny bit. I know sometimes it's tough. But this is going to be a year-long thing, so it's going to be going on for a while. And I'm going to keep making videos and doing silly shit like this. And you have no idea. You have no idea what's coming up. I mean, this is nothing. This is fine. But some of the things I have planned, yikes. This is so hard. God. And again, like this one is definitely not a new ball. But like I said, I just haven't, I wasn't able to golf at all this year, so I didn't really have an opportunity or a reason to buy a new sleeve of balls. You know what I should do? I should ask my dad. He always has more. Hell, he's been working through his own pains and issues, and he's golfed quite a bit with my uncle this year. I wonder if he could let me borrow a sleeve. Might be a good idea. What I really need to do is start researching. I want to build a house of cards with 3 decks, which is interesting because I tried the challenge in my 40-40 was with 2 decks, and I didn't get anywhere with it. I don't know why I decided to add a deck. I just want to make it. It just seems like it should be more attainable. Hey, Mr. Smooth is watching the telecast. Of course he is. Charles Seeley, that's who I'm talking about, in case you don't know who Mr. Smooth is. Screw that ball. I think everybody at Stads would love to see your new guitar. It's pretty. Ooh. You should come to Stads. Oh, and so while I'm at it, we are doing the toy drive, Toys for Tots. Betty has organized this with us, and she's going to be the Spotlight Star Monday, this coming Monday, December 9th. And we're officially just bring in all the toys you can. They generally like them like unwrapped. No, not unwrapped, but I mean fresh. Great advertising, huh? But really, you can bring in anything. We got a box sitting next to the front counter at Stads. And we're just trying to do this to give kids a little extra this year. And Betty has been completely great throughout this whole thing. It's been a lot of fun. And the theme, I mean, we kind of did it Monday too. We're doing another kind of Christmas theme. I think it's going to be all month, but we definitely want to do Christmas songs as much as we can. All right. I see that. You have to feel it. Oh, Jesus. Okay. And the problem is with these things, you would think you could align like the logos up and down, but that is not how golf balls are made. I really do miss playing as much as I used to. I get out about 50 times a year. I used to play out on my birthday, which is October 26th, when Minerva Lake was still open. There were a few instances, and I still have the scorecards, where I'd go out by myself, start at dawn. The weather was usually crappy enough that hardly anybody would be out there, maybe nobody. And I would play up to 4 rounds of golf and get each one done in like an hour and 40 minutes. So I'd spend like 7.5 hours out there. And I would do better as the day went on. My scores would get lower. I really do miss that. But then my back started getting worse. We're talking like pre-surgery, of course. And I also started getting busier with the shows. So if I was like out late on a Saturday night playing, it was a little tougher for me on Sunday mornings. Oh man. Eye level. Jerry wants me to get it eye level. I don't know about all that. That last one was pretty good, I gotta say. The connection between balls 1 and 2. I mean, I don't know. No, that doesn't help. I'm going cross-eyed, actually. I think I'm... Betty, you're here. Did you hear me talking about our thing? I was just promoting us. And frankly, you and Leslie were both awesome last night at Gatsby's. That was a fun night. And I guess you have to admit that they... Come on! Don't have a panic attack. I don't want to upset anybody. I was going to say, Danny Lang is probably a bit nicer than me as far as open mic hosting. Because I won't let people bump the line, no matter who it is, even if it's Betty. So, but it was her birthday too, so I don't know. I mean, if someone comes in and it's their birthday and they had no other options and they couldn't get there, yeah, maybe. But I don't know. I'm too even keel. Yeah, it is good timing. Except this still sucks. I can't believe I can't get 3 of these. And I can see what I'm doing right here. Betty, I'll bet one of your daughters would be good at this. I don't know why. I just think they would. You got the artistic stuff going on, and you kind of need that. You need a little bit of vision. Oh, that's terrible. Look at how that's moving. Oh, you probably can't see it. Oh, this is so bad. Okay. So Betty, you probably missed it. I said I was going to probably have to shelve the juggling thing. That you had offered a couple of really good suggestions, and I've had other good suggestions. But with my surgery coming up in 12 days, I'm not even close to being able to juggle 3 balls for any amount of time. So it may just have to wait till spring or summer. And honestly, this one too, if I'm in a sling, or would it be better to use one hand? I don't know. Probably not. No, you have to keep things stable. Yeah. So honestly, this one too, you might not see much more of it for a while. This thing is so weird. When I do the live streams, yeah, exactly. Yeah, offer him something. See if I can do it. I'll be completely chagrined if one of your daughters can do this before I can. See, that's the thing. I did this. I got 3 done 10 years ago when I was 40. But the first time I ever did it was pretty soon after I'd gotten my first Guinness Book of World Records. And for that had to be part of what made me this OCD-ish stats guy. Because all the figures and facts, because they front-loaded the book. And it was a paperback, and I still have it from 1986. With like heights and weights and all the records of longevity for ages and all that stuff. So this kind of stunt was in there, and I had a picture of the guy who at the time the record was 7. And so that summer of 1987, I tried it, and I got 3 balls. And I can freaking guarantee you that at 12, I got it done a heck of a lot quicker than this. Damn it. No, what I'm saying is if I try to, so Betty, if I try to use one hand, it having a little stabilizing force, not really touching very much, but no, I think this is kind of crucial. Yeah, honestly, there's a distinctive separation that happens if you can't feel the bass. God, I'm getting worse. I really want to get at least one of my failed 40-40 challenges done this time. Hi, Peggy. Hey, Thomas Martin. Half of O'Neill and Martin, who were pretty freaking great Monday. As our spotlight star. Really good stuff. Very tight performance. A lot of practice goes into that. A lot of practice and instinct, actually. You can practice like hell with somebody, but if you don't have the right chemistry, it doesn't really flow. I got no flow. All right, I'm only going to do this for a little bit longer. I know I'm getting more audience members, but I mean, there's only so much I can do. I don't know. That doesn't even look right. I don't think I have it. Well, a couple more tries. Betty, okay. So I actually tried, and maybe this is too soft. I tried this little towel for a surface. I thought the same thing too. But doing this, there's no grab on the bottom dimple. Nothing. It just rolls. As opposed to this where it can actually sit. It oscillates, but then it sits. So maybe, I mean, to your point, I have thought about that. Maybe something smoother that's not as, I don't know. that allows the ball to sit but not move as much. I do like the idea. Elaine, I'm going to keep trying on all these things. You folks just wait. I got a lot of crazy stuff coming up this year. It is unfortunate I have to have this surgery, but I've got a whole list of like a dozen challenges that I can work on during surgery. So, or like recovery. Not this one. All right, one more time. Let me get 2 balls and then see what happens. Stop it. Hey, Rick. Another Rick is watching. Rick is watching Rick. Sadly, you're not going to be very impressed. My God. I'm going to do, after this, I'm going to play one of my Nintendo games on the emulator. And that challenge that my son Nick gave me, my God, beating 50 Nintendo games. And I thought, okay, yeah, that'll take a while. Fine. But the assumption was, since I was going to be playing mostly games that I had loved and played as a teenager, I'd be able to get through them pretty quickly. But Jesus. All right. That's all I can stand. I'm sorry. I'm going to keep trying. Never give up. Oh. Never give up. All right. Thanks, folks. We'll see you next time.